morning, dear students. I am Ms. Navida Sheikh from Brahan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's session, we'll be learning something new and interesting from a science textbook. So let's get started. Good morning, dear students. I am Mrs. Navida Sheikh from MCGM virtual class. I welcome all my dear students to another and interesting session. In today's class, we'll be learning a very interesting topic that we have already started, that is substances in common use. Now this is part 2 of this chapter. We have already uploaded a video on this chapter where we have learned about the important salts that we make use of in our day-to-day life, that is the common salt, that is NaCl. We make use of sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda, the bleaching powder and washing soda. So we've learned about all these things in our previous video. So if you haven't watched that video, please do go and watch that video to have a better understanding of the very first part of the chapter. Okay, so this part of the chapter is the very important and interesting part because it is related to the radioactive substances. Okay, so let's continue and learn more about them. Radioactive substances. Now we have already learned about what is radioactivity, right? We have learned about radioactive substances, isotopes, and we have also seen how dangerous radioactive substances can be, right? In various hazards that we have learned. So in today's topic, we'll be learning about radioactive substances as to how do they function और इतना बड़ा problem कैसे हो सकता है, ठीक है? So elements with a high atomic number such as uranium, thorium, radium have a property of spontaneously emitting invisible, highly penetrating and high energy radiation. So here you can see the elements like uranium. You can see one of the element uranium 238 is used here. It has a very different property. Okay, these elements have very different properties as compared to the other elements that we have learned like nitrogen, hydrogen, chlorine. We have learned about all these elements, but they are very different as compared to the radioactive substances because they are spontaneously emitting invisible, highly penetrating and high energy radiation. इनके अंदर से एक रेडिएशंस आती रहती है, कंटिन्यूस रेडिएशंस आती रहती है, ठीक है? और ये रेडिएशंस इतनी स्ट्रॉन्ग होती है कि हमारी बॉडी के थ्रू पार हो सकती है. इट इज दैट स्ट्रॉन्ग एंड इट इज वेरी हाईली पेनिट्रेटिंग एंड it releases high energy radiations from it. This property is called radioactivity. A substance having this property is called a radioactive substance. The nucleus of a radioactive element is unstable. ठीक है, यहाँ जो एलिमेंट हम लोग यूरेनियम की बात कर रहे हैं, इसका जो न्यूक्लियस होता है ना, वो स्टेबल नहीं होता. रेडिएशन occurs from a unstable nucleus. Radioactive substances are relevant to our day-to-day life. However, before going further, let us learn something more about these substances. Three types of radiations are given out by radioactive substances. These are alpha, beta and gamma rays. So if you see in this picture, uranium है. यूरेनियम का जो न्यूक्लियस होता है ना, इट इज नॉट स्टेबल. जब वो स्टेबल नहीं होता है, उसकी वजह से ये रेडिएशंस कंटिन्यूसली एमिट करता रहता है. और ये जो रेडिएशंस है, ये तीन रेज के थ्रू फॉर्म बाहर आती है. एक है अल्फा, अल्फा रेज, बीटा रेज और गामा रेज. ठीक है? सो here in this picture it is very clearly shown कि गामा रेज कैसी ट्रैवल करती है, अल्फा रेज कैसी ट्रैवल करती है. इट हैज अल्फा रेज के अंदर 2 प्रोटॉन्स और 2 न्यूट्रॉन्स होते हैं, whereas when you talk about the beta rays, it has high energy electrons which are released. The nature of radioactive radiation. Here in 1889, Rutherford discovered that the radiation emitted by radium were of 2 types. ठीक है, अगर एक रेडियम हम लोग लेते हैं, रेडियम एलिमेंट लेते हैं और उसे हम लोग एक रेडियो एक्टिव सब्सटेंस को हम लोग लेड बॉक्स में रखते हैं, तो उसे ऑब्जर्व करते हैं कि इसमें से किस तरीके की रेडिएशंस निकल रही हैं. So that time they were called as alpha and beta radiations. Willard discovered the third type of radiation which was coming out, which was gamma radiation. ठीक है? Ernest Rutherford, he came up with two types of radiation. He named it as alpha and beta radiation, whereas Willard discovered about the third radiation, that was gamma radiation. When these rays are allowed to pass through oppositely charged plates. Now here you have to look into the diagram. There is a radioactive substance, ठीक है? इसकी जो रेज है, इसे एक अलाइनिंग स्लॉट मतलब एक ऐसा होल के थ्रू ये रेज को पास करने के लिए जगह रखते हैं और दो प्लेट्स हमारे पास, एक पॉजिटिवली चार्ज है और एक नेगेटिवली चार्ज है। इसके बीच में से हम लोगों को ये रेज को पास होने देना है। ठीक है, समझ में आ गया अरेंजमेंट? देयर इज अ बॉक्स व्हिच हैज अ रेडियोएक्टिव एलिमेंट radium and we have an alignment slot through which these radiations will pass through, but after that we have two plates, one is electrically positive and one is negative plate. Okay, now what will happen later? Let us see that. In this method, it was introduced by Rutherford in 1902. Rutherford and Willard studied the radiation emitted by radioactive substances. For this purpose, the rays were allowed to pass through an electrical field and a photographic plate which held in their path. Okay, which was held in their path. You can see this electrically charged plates. It was found that the radiation was divided into three types. तीन types की radiations आ रही थी. One type of radiation deviated slightly, मतलब हल्की सी वो थोड़ी दूर गई बीच में से slightly, okay? Towards the negative charge plate. किस तरफ गई? Negative charge plate की तरफ हल्का सा deviate हुई एक radiation. However, the second type of radiation deviated substantially towards the positive charge plate. अगर आप लोग positive charge plate की तरफ एक radiation जाते हुए देखोगे yellow color की, वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा deviate हुई है as compared to the green one, जो negative की तरफ था. However, the third type of radiation did not deviate at all in the electrical field. अगर electrical field को देखेंगे तो इसके वजह से जो third radiation थी उसके ऊपर कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा. The rays which deviated slightly towards negative charge plate is called as the alpha rays. Those which deviated substantially towards the positive charged plate are called beta rays and those which do not deviate at all are called gamma rays. ठीक है, तो ये अल्फा बीटा गामा रेज के बारे में आप लोगों को इस तरीके से आप लोग याद कर सकते हो. दिस एक्सपेरिमेंट इफ यू रिमेंबर, it is very easy to remember. There is a lead box which has lead block which is a radioactive substance and through which the radiations are coming out, and between the radiations there are two plates placed, one is positive and one is negative. और जैसे ये रेडिएशन ये इलेक्ट्रिकल फील्ड के थ्रू पास होती है तो ये रेडिएशन तीन पार्ट्स में डिवाइड हो जाती है. एक हल्की सी तरफ बेंड होता है टुवर्ड्स द नेगेटिव चार्ज, दैट इज द अल्फा रे. थोड़ा एक ज़्यादा होता है पॉजिटिव की तरफ डिविएट, वो है बीटा रेज. और एक के ऊपर कोई असर नहीं पड़ता इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक चार्ज की वजह से, एंड स्टिल इट मैनेजेस टू ट्रैवल इन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन, and that rays are called as gamma rays. Here clearly you can see the types of radiation by radioisotopes. Alpha radiation can pass through only, it doesn't pass through the paper also. Beta radiation can pass through paper but not through aluminium. Gamma radiation can pass through paper, through aluminium and through thick concrete as well. Okay, so gamma radiations are very dangerous. Remember that. Let us learn about a few scientists which have given us so many discoveries and so many new things that we get to know about. Okay, so there was a French scientist, Henry Becquerel, who was studying pitch blende, a compound of uranium. He had kept some unused photographic plates in a cardboard box in a drawer. So if you notice this diagram here, this picture is of Henry Becquerel, and this on the right hand side picture, it is showing you, it is depicting how he came up with this idea. Okay, so there was his desk, and he had kept photographic plates under the box in a drawer. Okay, a key was lying on the box. एक चाबी पड़ी हुई थी बॉक्स के ऊपर. He happened to leave the uranium compound on it. ऊपर आप लोगों को यूरेनियम दिखाई दे रहा है, वो एक ब्लॉक जैसा, वो उसने उसके ऊपर यूरेनियम रख के वो चला गया. Now remember, at that time people, the scientists did not know that the radioactive elements are so dangerous. Okay, so he had kept that uranium compound over his desk and he left. After a few days, he washed the plates only to find that the plates were cloudy and showed the shape of the key. Okay, so once he washed it, he saw that it had a shape of the key formed on the plates. As this incident occurred in the dark, Becquerel inferred that the uranium compounds might be emitting from their interiors rays like X-rays which penetrate substances. These rays were called Becquerel rays. After a few days, Madame Curie discovered similar properties in compounds of thorium. मतलब उन लोगों ने ये फाइंड आउट किए कि डार्क में ये जो मेटल्स है ये रेडिएट करते हैं, ये अलग अलग तरीके की रेडिएशंस गिव आउट करते हैं, जिसकी वजह से ये एक्सरे के थ्रू पास होती है. ये रेडिएशन जो है एक्सरे के थ्रू पेनिट्रेट करती है सब्सटेंसेस में, और वो जो फोटोग्राफिक प्लेट्स थी उसके ऊपर वो की का डायग्राम बन गया था. ठीक है, इमेज बन गया था. Another scientist that we have already learned in our 8th standard also is Ernest Rutherford. Now, Ernest Rutherford was a scientist from New Zealand. He did research on radioactivity under the guidance of Sir J.J. Thomson at the Cavendish Laboratory at Cambridge and McGill University in Canada. He showed that the nitrogen atom, okay, if you look at the diagram, he showed that the nitrogen atom could be split by bombarding it with alpha particles. अगर हम लोग ये nitrogen atom को bombard करते हैं alpha particles के साथ में, then it will disintegrate, and this was a very useful experiment which was done by Ernest Rutherford, and this experiment ushered in a new era in the field of physics. Let us see where the radioactive isotopes are used. Places where radioisotopes are used. हम लोगों के दिमाग में एक मिसकंसेप्शन है कि ये जो रेडियोएक्टिव एलिमेंट्स है इससे बॉम्ब ही बनते हैं. ऐसा नहीं है. ठीक है, you have radioactive isotopes being used properly and effectively in the field of agriculture, in industries, in industrial radiography, in therapeutic, that is in various types of therapies when people undergo through. It is also used in medicines. Okay, so let us learn about each of them in detail as to where and how they are used. Uses of radioactive isotopes. It is a misconception that radioactive elements are used only for making an atom bomb. Radioactive isotopes are used in various fields such as scientific research, agriculture, industry, medicine, etc. Radioactive substances are used in two ways. By using the radiation alone, मतलब directly radiations को use करके, or by using radioactive elements itself. या तो directly element का इस्तेमाल करेंगे या तो उसका radiations का. ठीक है, so you have few of the radioactive isotopes mentioned here with their application in medicines. Cobalt-60 is used in the radiation therapy to prevent cancer. Iodine-131, it helps in the location of brain tumor, monitor cardiac, liver and thyroid activity. Carbon-14 is used in the study metabolism changes of patients with diabetes, gout and anemia. Carbon-11, it is tagged onto glucose to monitor organs during a PET scan. Sodium-24, it is helping in the study of blood circulation. Thallium-201, it helps in the determination of damage in heart tissues, detection of tumors in your body. Technetium-99m, it helps in locating brain tumors and damaged heart cells. Radiotracer in medical diagnostics, that is imaging of organs and blood flow studies. Natural radioactivity, generally the elements with atomic number from 82 to 92 are found to radiate spontaneously in nature. They are called as natural radioactive elements. So if you see this blue, light blue color elements that are marked, these are all radioactive elements. Artificial radioactive elements. The couple Frederick Joliot Curie and Irene Joliot Curie first invented induced radioactivity. The radioactive elements produced in the nuclear fission processes brought about in the laboratory by bombardment of particles are called artificial radioactive elements. They were awarded by the Nobel Prize in 1935 for this invention. Let us see the radioactive isotopes how are they used in various fields. First, let us see about industrial field. Radiography, internal cracks and voids in cast iron articles and iron solders can be detected with the help of gamma rays. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर here you can see for this purpose isotopes like cobalt 60, iridium 192 are used in the radiographic camera. This technique is used for detecting flaws in metal work as well. Measurement of thickness, density and level. It is necessary to maintain the required thickness in the manufacture of aluminium, plastic, iron sheets of differing thickness. In manufacturing process, a radioactive substance is placed on one side and an instrument to measure radiation on the other. ठीक है, you can see in this picture, एक साइड पे रेडियोएक्टिव एलिमेंट को रखा जाता है ताकि वो उसकी थिकनेस मेजर कर सके. The radiation read by the measuring instrument varies with the thickness of the sheet. अलग अलग तरीके की अगर थिकनेस होगी ना शीट में तो वो वेरी करेगी रीडिंग्स जो मिलती है बीटा रेडिएशंस के वजह से. ठीक है, सो मटेरियल इनसाइड अ पैकिंग कैन आल्सो बी एग्जामिन्ड बाय द सेम टेक्निक. Luminescent paint and radioluminescence. The radioactive substances like radium, promethium, tritium with some phosphor are used to make certain objects visible in the dark. Okay, you must have seen clocks in your houses which glow in the dark. Now that glowing substance is nothing but a luminescent paint which is glowing in the dark. For example, the hands of a clock and certain other objects. Krypton 85 is used in high-density discharge lamps with promethium. 147 is used in portable X-rays unit as the source of beta rays. It is also used in ceramic articles like luminous colors are used to decorate ceramic tiles, utensils, plates. Earlier, यूरेनियम ऑक्साइड वॉज यूज इन दिस पेंट्स. तो जो पेंट्स हमारे घरों में तो नहीं बोला जाएगा बट देर आर वेरियस आइटम्स विच आर मेड अप ऑफ सेरामिक्स वेयर दे आर पेंटेड विथ दिस टाइप ऑफ ल्यूमिनेसेंट कलर्स और पेंट्स ताकि वो रात में ग्लो कर सके और it can be used as a decorative item. Let us see how it is used in the field of agriculture. The genes and the chromosomes that give seeds properties like fast growth, higher productivity, etc. can be modified by means of radiation. So अलग अलग तरीके की radiations जो elements हैं, radioactive isotopes हैं, जिनका इस्तेमाल करके उनकी growth बढ़ा सकते हैं, उनकी yield बढ़ा सकते हैं, मतलब ज़्यादा कम टाइम में ज़्यादा crops, ज़्यादा seeds मिल सकती है because of radiation. The radioactive isotopes 9 cobalt 60 is used for food preservation. ठीक है, it is used food preservation सबको पता है. So cobalt 60 is used in that. Onion potatoes are irradiated with gamma rays from cobalt 60 to prevent their sprouting. हमारे घरों में जो onions आते हैं, जो potatoes आते हैं, उनमें sprouts नहीं होते हैं. बट अगर हमारे घर में हम लोग उसे रखेंगे ना, उसमें sprouting होने लग जाती है. क्यों होती है? Because in the factories where in the places where these onions and potatoes are kept, over there these gamma radiations are useful to prevent their sprouting. ठीक है? Strontium 90 is used as a tracer in the research on various crops. तो अलग अलग तरीके के क्रॉप्स को ट्रेस किया जाता है ताकि उसकी ग्रोथ उसके बारे में स्टडी कर सके. ठीक है, तो हम लोगों ने क्या पढ़े? एग्रीकल्चर के अंदर इट इज़ यूज टू इंक्रीज प्रोडक्टिविटी, इट हेल्प्स इन द ग्रोथ ऑफ द प्लांट, it improves the quality of the soil, it helps in provide smart monitoring of the crop as well. It is also used in food preservation. Let us see about the hazards of radioactive substances and radiations. In our previous standards also we have learned about how these nuclear reactions and these radioactive substances have resulted in huge disasters like in atomic bombs like Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and Chernobyl. These are all disasters that we've learned and we know how dangerous they are, right? And with that, we'll be learning few more about the hazards of radioactive substances. The central nervous system is affected by radioactive radiations. तो ये जो radioactive radiations निकलती हैं elements radioactive elements के अंदर से, तो it affects your central nervous system. Central nervous system means जो हमारी पूरी body को control करता है, हमारा brain, हमारे जो nerves है, वो सब चीज़ affect होती है because of these radiations. Hereditary defects are generated by bombardment of radiation on DNA in the body. Hereditary defects, everybody knows what are the hereditary defects. Means if it is affecting one of the parent, it is going to carry forward and it will keep on affecting the next generations again and again because of the radiations have hindered with the DNA in the body of that particular person who had come in the contact with the radiation. मतलब जो आदमी उस रेडिएशन में आ जाता है ना तो उसका जो डीएनए है वो थोड़ा अलग तरीके से हिल जाता है, ठीक है, बिकॉज ऑफ द रेडिएशन। उसका जो क्रोमोसोम्स है उसके अंदर डिफरेंस आ जाती है और वो कैरी फॉरवर्ड होता है हमारे नेक्स्ट जनरेशन्स के अंदर भी और उससे डिफेक्टिव जो भी कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है like the eyes could be missing, the hands could be missing, or there could be various types of diseases like cancer, thyroid cancer. Many types of problems could happen because of these hereditary defects as well. Radioactive radiation can penetrate the skin and causes disease like skin cancer, leukemia, that is blood cancer. The radioactive pollutants created due to explosions enter the body through air and it is difficult to control them. So when we talked about Chernobyl in disaster management, we have learned that it is a very dangerous thing because you cannot control air. ठीक है, कोई चीज़ हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, वो है एयर। अगर ये रेडियो एक्टिव सब्सटेंसेस एयर में मिक्स हो जाता है एंड वी नो दैट दिस प्रोसेस कीप्स ऑन गोइंग, यू कैन नॉट कंट्रोल दिस प्रोसेस। ठीक है, तो ये जो अगर रेडियो एक्टिव पोल्यूटेंट्स एक्सपोज हो जाते हैं या फिर किसी तरीके का एक्सप्लोजन हो जाता है तो उससे क्या होता है, इट कीप्स ऑन मल्टीप्लाइंग एंड इट नॉट बी कंट्रोल्ड एंड विच इज़ अ वेरी डेंजरस सिचुएशन. The radioactive pollutants released in the sea water enters the body of fishes and through them enters the human body. अगर ये radiations पानी के अंदर चली जाती है, ओके, सो फिशेस हैं, एनिमल्स है पानी के अंदर जो हम लोग खाते हैं. Now if that enters into your body again, you are exposed to radioactive substances which could lead to cancer causing agents as well. The radioactive paint on the watch can cause cancer. The radioactive isotopes strontium-90 can enter the body through plants, fruits, flowers, cereals, milk, etc. and cause diseases like bone cancer, leukemia. Now remember, these radiations are very very dangerous. उसका सबसे सिंपल एक चीज़ होती है, वो radiations कंट्रोल नहीं की जा सकती. Or we have learned that gamma radiations are they can penetrate through aluminium as well, thick concrete as well. तो हमारी स्किन तो बहुत पतली होती है तो इसके थ्रू भी आराम से वो हमारी बॉडी में एंटर कर सकती है. If they are entering into your body time and again, it could lead to different types of cancers. कैंसर सिर्फ एक तरीके का नहीं होता है, अलग अलग पार्ट्स का होता है. अगर हमारी बॉडी को ये रेडिएशंस एक्सपोज हो जाते हैं हमारी बॉडी, दैट मीन्स देर आर चांसेस कि वो आदमी किसी भी टाइप के कैंसर से मर सकता है. अगर वो जी जाता है, if he has survived, what will happen is there are chances that the child which bear If you like our session, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can share and
This session was quite useful to you. In the next coming period, we'll learn something new and interesting. Till then, thank you.